Just another brother with another humble question. Just another brother with another humble question.
Welcome to another episode of A Brother with Questions. I am your host, B. Period. Man, I appreciate you for joining me. Oh, I got a good reaction video for you today. Not good. Good is a bad way to describe this reaction video. I want to call it sad, but on the inside, I do feel a little bit sad. And man, please go like, subscribe to the channel, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Castbox, wherever you want to listen to us, man. TikTok, don't forget my TikTok. Oh, please check out the TikTok. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into this. If you see the video to my left, it's a kid's birthday party, and it's going viral. I got two of them actually that I'm gonna do. So we're gonna watch this one first, the kid's birthday party, and let's just take a look. Let's just take a look. I don't know if you've seen this. It's out there, but let's take a look at this kid's birthday party. Now, for those of you who don't like cuss words, I apologize now in advance because we're gonna hear a few cuss words. But let's keep going.
No smoke, no smoke. King! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, you see it. You saw it. I'm talking about it in a second, but you saw it. You saw exactly what I saw. Let me take a look at my next little video real quick. Got another one for you. Again, this young man is somebody taught him how to cuss. So we're gonna check him out. Okay. That's all I need right there. That's all I need. I don't know. Maybe I like the song, or maybe I want to go check it out. His name is Lil RT. If you want to go check it out, but you saw it. So in the first video, we've got two young kids that are at least that we can see. Looks like a birthday party. If I had to guess, what would y'all say? About 5, maybe? At least maybe the older one was 5. The little one on the left, on my left anyway, he looked like he might have been 2 or 3. And at the kid's birthday party, y'all saw it. We got fake guns. Can't imagine a little kid can hold a real gun, so we're gonna say fake guns. And we got a bunch of money thrown around. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but did you notice he had bottles? He had bottles too. So, and he was flashing the guns and the money as if, he was balling out of control. And it's 5-year-old birthday party. Then we got my man Lil RT. Now they say he 9. And you saw just a little clip that I played. Lil RT, the one he cussing up a storm in his little song. He done told us to, or told somebody anyway, to check out his private parts. If you keep going, I didn't keep going. I have heard the whole thing. I am not going to play the whole thing, but I have heard the whole thing. And so he talking about killing people or shooting you up if you try him in there. Lil RT apparently also has somebody's stack, because I can't imagine Lil RT has his own stack. but he's got Somebody's Stack as well, and yeah. And here's what's crazy to me though with the Lil RT situation. Lil RT seems to be, from all the research I was able to find out, seems to be managed in part at least by his mother, who is very proud of her baby for coming up with quote unquote hot song. And at the moment they are sort of riding the wave of that, or at least they have been. He's got a couple million views on his YouTube page. I know I'm not the first person to talk about this, so I'm sure he's also got several thousand other videos out there. His views out there, maybe even to another million or so on other different platforms and channels. Lil RT also has a remix to the song. No, that remix is not with a young child either. That remix is with at least an older gentleman, older by the tune of maybe late teens, early 20s. Hopped on the remix to his little song there, and so he's got a remix as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a record contract on the way too. So, but I say all that to say this. What are we doing? What are we doing? Matter of fact, not we. What are the adults in these children's lives? What are they doing? I mean, you looked at in the first video, the kid birthday party. Now, I'm assuming that the men behind him, behind these kids anyway, I'm assuming that they were the daddies. And so if they are the daddies, I'm just wondering, what are they thinking? Because I'm a daddy. And you know what I never thought of? Throwing a kid's birthday party where we had guns and money and bottles. Like we was at the strip club, flashing. Never thought of that. I thought about Spider-Man. Thought about Paw Patrol. What else? Cars, you know. What are they thinking? Like, what is going on in your life that you have a young man that you're trying to raise? And I'm assuming you're hoping that young man, I don't know what these gentlemen do, but I can only imagine that, at least in part, they are participating in the things that they're allowing their young sons to act out. And so, you know, whatever you do to make that happen, you know, you do. I have an assumption about what they do, but you know, I won't put them on. I won't put it on them. But I'm gonna assume hard, very hard about what they really do. But I just think, like, what would possess you to think that this was a great idea? And then the mama. And like I said, in part, the young man, the Lil RT over there, in part, apparently he's managed by his mama, but where's your daddy? And does your daddy approve, Lil RT, of you out here recording? I mean, you know, and I'm not even mad about Lil RT, you know, recording music. I mean, you look at like a Bow Wow. I mean, Bow Wow was, you know, probably about Lil RT's age when he was at least beginning his musical career. And I'd imagine, because Lil Bow Wow was probably just repeating what he heard on the radio at the time, I'd imagine he probably had some you know, cursing by repeating a Snoop Dogg lyric. I know he remembered talking about Snoop Dogg was his favorite rapper as a kid. But you know what they did when they dropped some music? Number one, Snoop Dogg had the foresight to be like, you know, this little kid don't need to be around us like this. Let me go holler at a dude from the ATL that I know understands how to deal with a kid rapper. And so he called his friend JD, Jermaine Dupri, and the rest is history. Because there were adults in the room that had the foresight to be like, you know, look here, you might go this route one day, but you know, I'm not going to allow you to start here. And that's why I'm looking at these parents. And I'm just wondering, like, Why would you allow your kid to start there? Why at 5 years old, 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, whatever that little kid was? Why, as a parent, would you be like, yeah, I want to put this in your mind right now that this is an awesome idea to flash money with bottles and a gun in your hand, and somebody's over there filming and recording it like, yeah, baby, go ahead. Like, what are we doing? And then 15 years later, these are probably some of the same kids that don't know how to read, that can't do traditional math. And you see it? I did that on purpose. I didn't say they couldn't do math. I said they can't do traditional math. What do you mean? What do you mean, B period? I mean, there's people doing all kind of math, street math, but struggle to do equations. Can do conversions from metric to the US, but can't do equations. And so I'm not saying they won't be able to do math. I said traditional. See, I say things on purpose. I just wanted y'all to know. I was thinking. I'm laughing on the outside because I'm crying on the inside that someone would allow their children to start there. For me, as I think about that thing, the only thing I could think about is family structure. And for me, everything that's happening in our community it goes back to family structure. And so it's unfortunate, at least I would say, in these young men's lives, all three, whatever you want to call it, all three of them that we saw in these videos. I feel like the family structure is lacking, in my opinion. And you may say, well, they seem to have parents. Well, yeah, you're right. They do seem to have parents. But they also seem to have parents who clearly, in my opinion, and you can say I'm wrong, but in my opinion, had the wrong perspective on what's going to be best for their children in the future. And again, I'm not even knocking the fact that she wants that little boy to be a rapper. I'm not knocking that at all. I'm knocking the idea that you want his rap career at 9 to be about something that, even if he's seen it, he certainly don't understand it. And then the other children, even if they've seen you do this, or they've seen it in a rap video because you allowed them to watch all kinds of crazy rap videos, they still don't understand it. They don't understand what it takes to live a street life at those ages. And as adults, I just can't imagine why you would want to introduce your child to a street life as if they had this. Because that's what I hear, and that's what I see when you allow your children to act this way. I feel like you're saying to them, it'd be okay with me if they grew up like that. And so when I say there's a lack of family structure, in my opinion, that's lack of family structure. Because I don't know anyone who has a child, and who has a family structure that is productive, that is thinking, yeah, I'm gonna let my 5-year-old pretend like he has a gun and prepared to use it and throw money on obviously they didn't have women at the party, but who else do you throw money on? You don't throw money on the dudes. Or I'm not gonna allow my child, family structure, I'm gonna allow my child to show the whole world how much he can use cuss words, talk about his private parts, flash wads of money with grown men behind them. Grown men. As if they're in the crew, in the clique. Like, what are we doing? And then we go back and then we talk about in the community and we go, social justice. Yeah, police brutality. And I'm not saying that there's some issues in those areas, but you don't see these problems in kids who are raised from good households, right? You very rarely see the middle class kid who parents raised him to value education. Parents raised him to be productive once he graduates high school, whether he goes and gets a job, a trade school, a college, or whatever the case may be, who then gets some type of productive career in some way, shape, or form, fashion. These kids don't tend to be worried too much about social justice and police brutality. It's usually the kid who, I'm not going to say he had a bad upbringing, but I'm going to say he had an upbringing which introduced him to lifestyles that are unbecoming of people, black, white, or indifferent. Lifestyles that are going to cause you to interact with the police. They're going to put you in situations where the police might be looking for you. Those people tend to be the ones who have unfortunate circumstances, sometimes with the police, because you are interacting with the police at a greater percentage than individuals who are living productive, successful lives. And so you tend to, because you come from a combative state, because you're on constant high alert, and so everything around you is got you on edge, because you know that what you're doing is not quite copacetic. You know that even the police may be looking for you, but also recognize that there could be another brother on the street that's looking for you as well. And so you're on constant edge. You're on constant high alert, because everybody around you is potentially out to get you for what you may have or don't have, or what they perceive that you have. And so as a result, you're constantly in a state of I'm ready. And then as a result, you encounter situations where you need to be ready. And sometimes that goes your way, sometimes that doesn't. And so why would you begin a child's life glorifying a lifestyle that is going to put you on edge? Beyond me. And so, for me, I want to hear less about what other people are doing to us and talk more about what we can do to fix ourselves. It's one of the reasons why one of my goals is to reach out, touch kids, help them, encourage them, do better. Because a lot of the situations that they are putting themselves into could have been avoided. There's no reason why you don't know how to read, except for you haven't tried. There's no reason why you aren't successful in math, except for that you haven't tried. And even under the most detrimental situations, there's usually an opportunity. There's usually an individual that's in your life that would have helped and reached out to get you to a place where you need to be. But because you get consumed in these situations, you're usually unable to see above you to realize that there was help on the other side. And so it baffles me that anybody will begin a child's life encouraging this kind of destruction, because there's nothing positive about throwing money at women, holding a gun in your hand on a camera, and popping bottles. None of that's going to help you save your money. None of that's going to help invest your money. And none of that's going to help you make sound decisions with your money. Talking about your private parts and cussing in songs at the age of 9, there's nothing about that says, wow, you're going to be a millionaire one day. Now, the truth is, you might be a millionaire one day, because there's enough people in the world. They're going to be, I don't know if you want to call it impressed, but let's just say there's enough people in the world that's going to want to take advantage of the hotness of the moment that you have, which may lead to you making some money. But is there anybody around you that truly understands how to keep that money, so that actually by the time 9 years from now, when you actually turn 18, that you still got some of that money? Now that's the question. And so I'm going to leave you with this, man. when are we going to look out for each other enough to want to prevent these situations, to want to keep them from being exposed to the world, so that we can continue to improve ourselves without the help of somebody else? Because the truth is, we've been waiting on somebody else for a long time. We've been begging for somebody else for a long time. And while I don't think it's getting worse, I know it ain't getting better. And so let's wake up and stop looking for somebody else to solve our problems and look in the mirror and solve them ourselves. And on that note, man, I'm out. I'm B period, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'm out.
Yeah.